Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and slow, cause we build digital castles in the sky. As we float on timeless satellites, cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 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 Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to celebrate universes in binary. Spend all day in the clouds and our definitions now. So high, 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 we're not coming down. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and slow, cause we build digital castles in the sky. As we float on timeless satellites, cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
Good time zones, everybody, and welcome to Thursday, where we appear to have skipped a couple of days, and my brain is fuzz. Quite literally, my brain is entirely made of small amounts of that little stuff that you find falling out of stuffed teddy bears after they've been squished, smooshed, and blah, 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 blah. A bit too much. I was doing okay, and then I got home, and then my brain just went, yes. And that is a sheep. Well, at least it's not the backside of a sheep. It's a suspicious-looking sheep, I will admit that bit. Welcome in to everybody. I see we have a TGM and a Frauke and a Blast and a Superfast Feg, and Glam Pixie is wondering what on earth buttons do. Thank you so much for the 6-month streak. True Purple. Did I say Superfast Feg and Blast Jordan and Shadow Sky? Shadow Sky. Hello, Shadow Sky. And, of course, hello, Raid. Don't ask you whose house it'll reach. I'm not sure it'll... yes. Today's going to be an interesting stream. The reason for fuzziness is I had the semi-6-monthly annual... One of those words makes sense. Semi-6-monthly annual set of vaccine injections yesterday. And, yeah. Everyone dance to the music. No. No brain day. Yep, it's going to be yes, it's going to be a no brain day. If anyone needs a brain, oh, I have an Elytra. Oh, wrong world. I forgot I'm on this one. Oh, this world. I have Elytra. I have netherite armor. I have things that keep me alive. I just don't have a grip on reality. Okay, right. Now I know where I am. Let's see. What will we... Oh, this is going to be a good one. If anyone has... If anyone's expecting anything in this stream to make sense, start betting on how little it's going to actually be accurate. Let's see if I can remember where I've left anything. Welcome to the... Yes. Yep. We ain't got any normalcy. Did I have any... Where's my tough? It's a tough world, and there it is. I knew I had some tough around here somewhere. And there's my cobble, and there's my moss. Excellent. All these materials that I don't have elsewhere. I hope everybody else is doing okay. Is everyone okay? I reject your reality but have no substitutions. Welcome to fantasy instead. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Scotsman has lost it. No grip on reality. Oh, but... Yeah, moving on. Excellent. Now we're going Swedish Chef. How bad can it be? Cured from shingles. Woohoo! Well, the world will be present at the conference. How I survived shingles. Hey, Elcord. I was about to say, why is there a pillager up there? And I forgot. I'm in Castle Gordonstein. There are pillagers everywhere. Oh, Lord. We're so doomed. We are so doomed. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, it's nice having a pick that works. Oh, boy. Yep. I think it's probably going to be safest if I assume that I have absolutely no chance of working out what I'm doing today, and lean into it. Congratulations. Welcome to a Broken Scotsman stream. These happen occasionally, and when they do, they are absolutely... Who the heck? Who the heck? Hurdy, 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 hurdy. I've got a shovel here as well. Excellent. Hey, take the high road and you take the low road and we'll build a castle together. And all of the madness and all of the chaos, the gremlins will enjoy together. Yes, it's going to be like this. Switching from early game to end game so quickly without a transition may result in you suffering from blindness, hallucination, Alzheimer's, and squirrel. We do not have a cure for this. Yep, that actually feels about... Yeah, that really does feel about right. Please remember to check the clutch on your gear stick and work out whether or not attempting to go from early game to late game has made sure that you haven't burnt out your thingy here. Thank you for your streak there, Elcorn. Do remember to put some clothes on eventually. Isn't rum a cure for any of those? No. No, I think right now rum would be a bad thing. TM. Actually, not that one. Really? I took that out. Can't protect you from the wrecks of Thursday. I'm not planning on wrecking. I may be a wreck, but that's a different problem. Your mileage may vary. Any and all opportunities for sanity have been discarded at the door. Please do not attempt to figure out what's going on. If you or anyone else has tried to figure out what the alternative to Chapter 11? To Quote 11 is, yep. The cause of the solution. That too. I'm fairly sure it's also going to be this one. I think we're into no clue territory. We're very much into no clue territory. So the goal is, for those attempting to catch up with where my brain isn't, these things, which used to be towers, are to come back as towers. Come back! Come back! We need the towers! And they should look roughly, eventually, possibly based on this. Because this is a very nice gatehouse. And I would like to have something that resembles a gatehouse at the top of this entry path. So, there you are. That's what the goal is. Whether or not we achieve it, hit it, or even remotely get close to it is going to be the fun. And I've just realised that actually on those towers, this is less, I think. Or not. Yes, it is. That's not the tower pillar I'm looking at. This is the tower pillar I'm looking at. Which means that this is not a section of floor. This is a wall. I wonder if I've got any cracked stone bricks. Have I got any cracked brick? I'd like to crack up a bit here. Whee! Oh, it's so fun to be able to fly again. Come fly with me as I crash into things. Nope. I apparently do not have any cracked bricks. Well, that's a shame. I guess we'll just have to crack up, especially. Somewhere there's a 37. There it is. Yeah, option 2. Oh, and we have a Matang. Matang? Yes, there will be a dragon event at some point. Ooh, I don't have a Matang. When the dragon event will be, I have no clue. We're currently at a turbot? Isn't that a fish? There we are. I knew I had something which resembled coal. But I'll say, where does this door go? Oh, yeah. Wow. I can't even remember where my doors go. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Right, let's assume that I'm going to get some cracked brick. Since that kind of... Oh, hold on. I've done those in the wrong place. There's no common rewards, only better, really. Could have fooled me from the malarkey that I was getting. Well, hey, I caught something. Other than a cold. So I'm not sure this is a cold. I think this is probably something else. Hashtag rigged. Yeah. Right, so this area, I feel, is probably... Ooh. My word. Thank you, Frauke, for that poker gift going out to people. Superfast Fig has received an Arcanine. Wow. You actually got a Pokemon out of that one. And I got an Ultra Cherish Ball. Woohoo! Not quite hashtag rigged there then. Well. Unless your name is Blast Jordan, who didn't get any either. A legendary dog. Ooh. And Frauke got a golden ticket with... Goodness. Only money, I'm afraid, there, Frauke. Only money. Only me. Yep. Afraid so. Right. This... hold on. No. That side was right. Well, it was until I broke it. I'm guessing that... Did you get those from a Poker Daily, or did you get those from completing the weeklies, Frauke? Just so I know whether or not to actually pay attention and check to see whether... Oh, 50 event catches. Ow. That would require me to have been attempting to catch things this week. Still, it's only Thursday. I still have some hope. Not quite sure where. It's a new hope. It's a new hope. It's a new day. It's a new world. And I am clicking. That one really should have been one of those. Right. Let's have a look at how this is coming together. Ah, yes. Right, that's starting to look better, apart from the fact that I've left dirt here. Tut, 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 Scots. Dirt in the middle of stone? What are you thinking? Are you thinking? I don't know. And now it's raining. Still, it's only rain. It's not a thunderstorm. We're alright. It'll be alright in the end. Hello, Pax. Welcome in. Hello, Loopy. Welcome in. Just here on the work lurk. Well, thank you for the work lurk. If you missed me, just remember, better Pokeballs will catch better. So you may be able to improve your aim or your chances of catching me. Ahem. I'm not sure I really meant that. How many Pokeballs do you need to catch 12 squirrels in a trench coat? A few, I believe, is the answer. It's also somewhere in the realms of one, too many, lots. Do not assume that your ability to actually attempt to catch. I feel like the answer is 12. Are we sure? Are we really sure? But are we really? I really should... once I've got one of these buildings up to... that's a thunderstorm now. That's a thunderstorm now. At least I think it is. Are you a thunderstorm? Sir? Sir? Yes. Rum drinking squirrels might be a bit hard to aim. Oh, I don't know. Have you tried aiming a squirrel? Aiming a squirrel is not easy. They're very difficult to aim. I'm not entirely convinced that was the phrasing that we should be made. Oh yeah, 2 of those. Once, finish your statement, Scott. It does help if you actually manage to. Once... Strom, I'm not bad, since you asked. You what? Oh, the storm. Yeah. Is everyone okay? Rain, go away. Bring back Brain another day. This rain is scrolling today. Yes. Why did it do that? It did that because it felt like it. There's always going to be something to confuse us. Also, auto cucumber. You're not okay, don't keep asking. Oh dear. Somebody send something to help lurk after Loopy. Everyone remember to lurk after Loopy. Oh dear. Different world. Hello, Ritsu. Welcome in. Don't attempt to make sense. I've given up already. My attempts at sense have bounced. Hey diddly dee, I've lost my bubbles. My marbles. Yes, my marbles. Marbles, you see. careful with that one. Pronunciation guide. Right. So this should be this. Look after Loopy sounds slightly creepy. I'm the one who said it, Loopy. I realised that after I said it. I apologise. Everyone remember to lurk in Loopy's channel, because Loopy is awesome. A bit stalkish. Yeah, I know. We regret to inform you that my brain is no longer functional. And out of warranty. Even more unfortunately. Ooh, this is getting worse. I am going to end up with so many dents from dictionaries today. What I would like to do is get the base of the first tower in place so that I can actually move all of this over there and feel like it's safe to actually keep it there. Program terminated by error scroll 9999. Are we sure that's not... that number feels wrong. It's more likely to be squirrel error 9E69. That's better. Error 404. Oh my. I'm so glad I read that before finishing that statement. We regret to inform you that one could have gone badly. Those aren't supposed to be like that. I feel like I'm missing something. Probably a plan. For them, what plans tend to know what they is doing. Do you know what you is doing? I don't. Right, you are a lot. Do you know what you was doing? For those hoping that this stream would make sense, yeah. Error, out of squirrels error. How can you have an out of squirrels error? That's oh, that's even worse. That was. Hey, TGM. Yeah, that statement was gonna get bad. Hello, Kel. Welcome in. Welcome in. Congratulations on arriving just as things have gone squirrel. Smack. Smackity smack, smackity smack, smackity smack. Mumble, grumble, bop, boop. Everyone remember to boop your discords. Boop, boop, boop the discord. Boop it all the time. Boop, boop, boop the discord. Booping all the time. And if your Discord didn't boop, then please remember that booping is not necessarily the first and only option. What? Okay. Logged onto the supercomputer for research. Why would somebody have a job that's running over 14 days on a yow? That feels like it might be a rogue problem. Just finished designing a new house for your nitwit villagers. Ooh, can I move in? Did I take out the row of... Yes. So actually this... I can even come with my own llamas. Woohoo! Phrasing. So much phrasing. Ooh. This is distance. This is up close. This is broken. Distant, far. Distant, far. What? No. A toxel. A towel that hasn't been... No, a toxel is your cat bed again. That's a good thing. Cat beds are very cute. Yeah, you might be right on the toxel. Toxic squirrel. I hope my squirrels are not toxic. All squirrels are... all squirrels come from non-toxic herds. We maintain our squirrels in a perfect state of non-toxic state. But, is the toxic squirrel like the toxic Avenger? Oh wait, the Toxel was a Pokemon that was there to catch. I didn't even notice that. Oh boy. Toxic squirrel, more likely to be intoxicated than... Well, that's probably appropriate as well. Ooh. Okay, it's got more of the rare presents. An empty disc going to Ritsu, and an Ultra Cherish Ball to Kel. Everyone remember to cherish your Ultra Balls. Moving on. Ultra Cherish Balls are basically Cherish Balls with a really, really good chance, from what I understand. You don't take credit for the headcanon. You like it, so I choose to adopt it as its own. Theory is that the Wandering Kindlings are former nitwits that couldn't find jobs in their home villages, and thus took to the road. In light of that, you've designed a house leaning on the idea that nitwits are traders in training. Oh, that's a nice bit of headcanon. I may have to consider at some point a nitwit village. Or a nitwit training hall. And steal that idea. 80% catch chance, 3x times... Ooh, nice. Hail Hydrate! Nits become danglers. Oh my. Hail Hydrate. And before anyone asks, Stretch is disabled due to the fact that pretty much if I move at the moment, it's just like, ow! So, Stretch is avoided for my safe. Your tippy toe joke, guys. I'm missing everything here. Except for that one time when Tippy Toe became Hulk Squirrel? Yeah, there will be no popping of... my corns! My corns! No, There will be no popping of a Scotsman today. No. That and that should have been dirty. I done dirty. I got done dirty. Right, let's squirrel assemble. No. What the heck would a squirrel assemble into? That feels like that would end up resulting in the Squirrel Space Force appearing. And that could be dangerous. Could be an IKEA squirrel. Oh, I'm out of mossy stone. Actually, no, let's not bother with the mossy stone. Let's just go straight to crack. There. Gives them more of a story as opposed to the common belief that nitwits are useless. They're not useless, they just haven't earned their signature trader robes. Exactly. They start off greens and then become blues. And it's not easy being blue. It's not easy being blue. Right. That one should be a... I don't have any house slabs. I did say going straight to cracked. Yes. And Squirrel Girl beat Thanos? You know, I never actually got around to watching the Squirrel Girl film. Have we had the Squirrel Girl film? Did the Squirrel Girl film exist? Or am I completely losing track? I only have one of those. That's not helpful. Let's make another couple of those. Ooh. He's running out of stone here. No, sadly only animated. Oh. Is that another one of the... Is it another one of those films that they sort of made and mostly pondered and plotted and then filmed and then wrote off as a tax write-off? Or am I... Or did it just not happen at all? I've lost track on the grounds of squirrel. Okay, I feel like I need that and that. You know, I'm going to start bringing stuff over here. It's about time. Right, let's move you. And this, and this can be the first things that we bring over. And a bed. She was in Marvel Rising, which was an animated series. Oh, cool. Finishing off work, keeping a fifth of a peeper on stream. And finishing has scampered off behind the stream. Thank you so much for that, Stream Elements. Proving yet again that you have all of the skills and none of the ability to work out what you were supposed to be saying. Sometimes you just can't trust a bot. And the rest of the time, it deliberately boops Sal. So it needs to be told off. I feel like that corner is not a good place to put that because I'll only lose it. No, that's better. Oh yeah, I went back for walls. And not the ice cream variety. ho, hey ho, hibbity hurdy ho. And I'm still short on moss walls. Am I still short on moss walls? Lovely. Thank you for making my inventory even more of a mess. And from there to one of those. Yeah, that works. That's nice, sir. That's better. Sir, he's streaming again. One of these barrels, chests, or other things has materials that came from the... Yes, there they are. The destruction of the towers. For when he removed the 2 towers, things did not go completely according to plan. No, that's right. This is right. Better than the left. I need to decide if this one and that one are going to be retained. Because I derp? Yes, I definitely derp. Do that. Derp, 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 de derp, de derp, do that, derp. What? Are you two just not upset at not having any stream time? Is that the problem? You've been sat out here in boats for so long that you're now just upset at not being on stream. I see those shifty eyes. You're just looking over my shoulder and refusing to stare at me, aren't you? Really? Oh wow, you're refusing to meet my eye line. There, see? Hello. They just don't want to talk to me. Where was I? Oh yes, trying to decide if I want to move this one to the left. And I think the answer might be yes. I swear, the Gordons are, they're just upset at not being looked after for a few days. You step away from a Gordon for a few hours, weeks, days, minutes, and they get all hoity-toity with hoity-toity with you. Yep, exactly. That is exactly it, Kel. And thank you for the thank you for your feedback that I got from Automod there. I'm not sure thank you for your feedback is exactly what you should be saying. Oh dear. The thing is, it was add permitted term, etc. It really should have been add permitted term, he buggers off, because that would be actually inappropriate. Well, I was going to say, it sounded like I was about to say inappropriate, but it's inappropriate. Please remember to enunciate clearly. One must enunciate clearly. If one wants to go through the keyhole, they must enunciate clearly. And that's a click on 1, 2 is binding, 3 is tight, and 4 is in a false set. Oh no, they're coming to take me away! Exactly, Stream Elements, exactly. I was never here. You can't prove anything. It's not my fault. He went that away. Yep. Oop, and a Wimpod is available. It's not easy being stream elements. Yep. I'm gonna go with a Great Ball for that. Ooh, and Pixie and I are in agreement on what to attempt with that for once. Yes, that was there. Do we know if we're currently in a stretch of the event where it's Pokemon may or may not be the Pokemon that you think you're collecting, or if it's the you may or may not get candy section? I feel like I should. Treat candies may drop. Okay, thank you. I know I could find out if I did poker event. Poker event? Poker event sounds like it's the sort of thing that I would get if I went to Doc's Laundrette. This is PCG. I'm not quite sure where the Pokemon go. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where did all the Pokemon go? Ah, hashtag rigged. Ooh, I can never remember which way round I'm supposed to do these. And that answers that. Excellent. So I need to go to there. They go to all the same place that the calculators go. And oh, I missed a. Have I missed a bit, or have I? Is there supposed to be a wall here? The survey says probably. Yes, there is. This is supposed to be taller. Dagnabbit Scots, would you mind focusing and building things correctly? Oh no, that was that's a load-bearing piece of information. There. That's right. That's the way to do it. I mean, it could be worse. It could be the same place that all of the pens go. But then all you find there is a world in which there's a little gentleman sat there going, there's nothing to see here. And rumours of whether or not he was paid by the big corporation have absolutely no founding in reality. I feel like I should have done this one block to the right. It's a block to the right, and a step to the left. Put your hands on your hips. Yeah, no. Please don't. Let's do this. Oh, no, it's that one. So this is the entrance out to the Rapid Ravager stables. Or is it? Or is it? Is it? Is it, man? No, it's not. I think I want it to be here. Blimey, Frauke's been collecting so many gifts here. So Elkhorn has got a level 4 reset, and Landstrad has gotten a mood mint. What the heck's a mood mint? That sounds like something that you would give to calm someone down. Still 4 common gifts left. My word. You have been active, but then again, it's you. You put every. I was going to say, you put everyone I know to shame for the amount that you actually managed to achieve in Pokemon Go. Or PCG even. One of these things is accurate about what we're playing. Mood determines a small plus or minus. Oh, nice. I'm going to take that and that. So, that and that go there. That goes there. That goes there. I feel like I've gotten something wrong. And survey says, no, I haven't. Okay. Just because I think I've gotten something wrong, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have. Surprisingly. This one I might have to consider leaving as is. Your mileage may vary, and anything that you feel may or may not be wrong is actually not actually completely incorrectly wrong. Some of these words in the correct order make actually a sentence. Yoda, on the other hand, is completely confused. One steel Wonder Trade. Ooh, I haven't even done Wonder Trading at all this week. I never remember to do any of this. I'm nae good at this. Right. Now, if I was doing this properly, and I vaguely hope that I am, I need to... Open to debate sometimes. Event battles, you get pumpkins for the event shop. I'm no good at the battles. I'm bad enough at remembering to do anything with PCG as it is. I think I'm basically one of those trainers who just goes around attempting to catch everything, but not do anything after that. Well, the fact that you're here at all, Pixie, is always appreciated. Oops, wrong one. Come here. As with all of our gremlins here, and everybody else, you are all much appreciated. Remember, hug a gremlin. They're better for it. Collector more than a battler. Ooh, has legendaries. Bar humbug. I just feel like this block is wrong. I know it's not, but it feels like it is. Wait a minute. Actually, I think it is. I feel like this block is wrong. I'm not sure it is. Oh, it isn't. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for those heart bits, Pixie. Or love bits. Love bits? Love bits, heart bits. One of these. Right, I feel like I need something that looks out into the Ravager pens. So let's do a Ravager. Here we are looking through the Ravager window. What do we have through the round window, the square window, and the Ravager window? One of those. Oops. Let's go through the gallery. Somewhere over here, I should have Ah, there it is. I was like, surely I should have. Surely. And don't call me Shirley. Combat tab Gen 9 challenge. Ooh. Right. That's my copper. Well, that's my metals. That's my copper. You'll never get away with it, me copper. That feels like that should have something. Something. 1 pumpkin per whim, 3 per day. Ooh. Right. Let's... if I do this, does that look better? Yeah, I think that looks better. 30 plus minutes as a cat bed. That feels like a very good use of 30 plus minutes. I mean, I might be wrong. Your mileage may vary. But, in my opinion, that's a very good use of 30 minutes. Yes. That I like. Particularly since I plan on having a sort of access corridor down the back of the Ravager pens. Managed to the slices right for the first time. What the heck is... I have no idea what that is. Do I have a metal... Do I have a metal door? Because I feel like having a metal door out to the Ravager pens is probably sensible. Survey says most likely no. One of the golden saucer. Oh! Oh, is that the Doohickory game? No, because that's something else. Didn't they just bring back the Fall Guys event game for the Golden Saucer? What are you? Ooh, stone. Today on So Much Squirrel. There be squirrel ahead. There may be squirrel ahead. But while there's Scotsman and all of the things in his head, let's count the squirrels instead. Where's the door? There it is. That's already gone? I could have sworn I only saw about it on Twitter like 2 days ago. Blimey, I'm really behind on some of this. You know, I think metal doors can go into my redstone chest for the moment. Because I know they said they were bringing it back. Which is... I guess they brought it back and it's gone again. And I'm just really, really bad at timing. And many other things. I need a doorway. Oh, I'm back on the 23rd. Right. I'm not completely losing it then. Thank you, Ritzer. It's there and back again. And I haven't brought over my wooden chest. This is why I slowly move out of the tower I was living in and move into a new tower. Everyone needs to live in a tower every so often. Some days you just have to move your shulker monster from tower to tower. I feel like I might need to decorate the bottom floor of that tower now that I've moved out. But that's a different problem for a future me. And a Puccina is now available. Yeah, let's just go with a basic poker catch. Yes, no, maybe. Right. You, and you. This is a main gatehouse leading into the castle. What sort of door would be... What? Yeah, what? It feels like that should be dark oak. And I haven't brought over the chests with the spare dark oak in it yet. And thank you for that follow. Yes, these are the new... And that's my inventory being full. One moment on that hydrate. I need to place these down and then go back and collect that shulker before it disappears, which would be bad. And rigged. Hashtag rigged. So much rigged. Right, let's quickly grab my shulker before it despawns. Right. That was an important one not to lose. Right. Hail hydrate. Always remember to hydrate. Right. What was in here? Ooh, basalt. I needed that. I've got a few of those pillars that need to be finished. Ooh. A poker ball for Glam Pixie and a net ball for our latest visitor. Nicely timed there. Wait, you actually get to pick which event mon you're going for? Oh, the trade-ins. Duh. Ah. There we are. That's better. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of stables for our rapid reaction ravager force. All fear the rapid reaction ravager force. Right, before I forget that I've done it, which is probably about 12 seconds ago, I need to move these pillars all by one. So let's do that before I forget. Because otherwise I will have a very confusing moment of why one of them is taller than the others. Sorry, wider than the others. Always remember to make sure you know whether or not your pillars are taller or wider. Ooh, good landing. Scots, please remember to use a pick for removing your basalt and not your sword. And that was a terrible shot. What? Are you still pouting at me? Are you still... Yes. You really are. Chicken! No chicken. I still think they're upset at me. I don't know why. All I did was vanish for a week and a half. Grumpy Gus. Yep. All I did was go to a different server for a week and a half, and they just... I don't know. I'm assuming I didn't move this one on the grounds that it's high in the air. Who knew Gordon's had abandonment issue? Really? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Actually, you know why it makes sense? I've just realised. If I turn this off, we know they have abandonment issues. Because they always want hugs. Sir. Sir, your arm appears to be broken. What happened to your arm? That doesn't look right. I'm going back to I'm going back to having fresh animations installed. The chicken got him. Yeah, the chicken broke his arm. There we are. Far better. Much less upset. Obviously got to be very careful around chickens. It was chicken wrestling. Absolutely dab, and welcome in. Sometimes those chimkins are just dangerous little things. The vicious chicken of Bristol. I feel like that's being unfair to chickens, associating them with Bristol. You heard about the murderous cows? No, now the chickens. Next, the pigs. Yes. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's just... I'm assuming it's an Animal Farm reference. Who heard the chimkins, they'll cluck you up. Oh, cow. Cow. Okay, so that one's one short. This is... Where are we looking at? 129, 130. This is still one short. Don't forget the dangerous donkeys. Really? The dangerous donkeys that you have to be wary about are the ones that actually fall in love with dragons. Because you never know what's gonna... how... Oh! Brave Sir Robin, of course. Brave Sir Robin, he ran away, ran away, ran away. Brave Sir Robin, he ran away early in the evening. Right. Okay, now all of those pillars are the right height, which is a good start. I'm curious, what did I do over here? Because I'm feeling like I was going to have something very similar to this. Yes, I was. Right. I want to elaborate on this design a little bit, though. Elaborate? Some of those words are useful. Evolve. Do I have barrels? Yes, but not enough. Oh, well, I guess it's not a barrel of laughs. Fortunately, I think I have some wood. Right. Put that there. That there. And why is my inventory full? I've only been building for an hour. Actually, that might do it. Right, you and go, yeah, that lot. For the moment, that can go in there. There are days that I just wonder how my inventory becomes quite so chaotically overfull quite so quickly. And the rest of the time, I know it's my own fault. Right. Ogs. Excellent. Now, I can, from here... let's see, if I take that many, I should be able to do that, and from that I can get... Wow, way more... Well, that only made 6. Well, that's your problem, Scots. Let's go for that, which should give me another 15 barrels, and still not be enough. Let's try another 6. 23 left. 318. That's better. Okay, so just shy of... That's planks. Really? Let's make another barrel. It's not like I'm going to use them or anything. After all, why would I ever need barrels? Oh, I should get the ones on the tower first as well, so that I don't forget them. I mean, who in Minecraft ever needs a barrel? Other than the fishermen. And the builders. You know, I was that close. Oh, great. Thank you, Minecraft. I can't even jump onto a piece of scaffolding without falling off of it. That sounded like you two took some damage there for a second. And it wasn't even me, because I don't undertake, I do not upset, well, I was going to say, I don't torment my Gordons. But I'm not sure I can actually accept that statement. Remember, kids, a Gordon is for life, not just for Christmas. Or for chicken. I'm doing well with this being able to leap from building to building. Or building location to building location. Okay, that's better. That feels like it's the top of those pillars properly. Hurdy, hurdy, birdie. Hurdy, 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 birdie. Hurdy, birdie. Right, let's start framing out the pens. Your TKs finally came, including a giant mushroom. Oh, the tentacle kitties. And a giant... Oh, nice. I'm glad they've arrived. I had to mentally translate there. That took a second. I'm trying to keep my purchases of the latest Muleween Kickstarter for Tentacle Kitties down to a small, excessive amount of purchase. Oop, and we have a Dottler. Small how? Well, for one, I'm not attempting to buy small cats. Still debating Nevermore. I can understand that. I'm trying to remember what I've actually got on my list. Where's the Kickstarter app on my phone? There it is. I swear loading the list of Kickstarters that I've been involved in is taking forever. There it is. Here we are. Muleween. View. Manage. So I've backed 4. You're sticking to the little ones, but there's a lot of them. There is. There really is. Okay, so I've gone for a Nevermore, a Count Cuddles, Cthulhu Lulu, and actually that's it. I've kept it to 3. Hashtag rigged again, because I caught it. For now it's the big box of little ones and Nevermore. Big box of little ones just sounds adorable. Right, I was going to use dark oak for this exterior door. Because I think, being the gatehouse, it probably needs something that... That's not my dark oak chest. It needs something that will fit with the higher dibble-dum. You're hoping to get the cauldron, but it doesn't ship to Europe, doesn't it? That's an odd thing for them not to ship. And thank you for the lurk, Superfast Feg. Time to cook. Ooh. What's noms today? I know you're actually off to cook, but I'm curious. What's food today? Alright, let's do that, because then that actually fits up with this. It's as big as the mushroom, and shipping it overseas is twice as expensive. Ouch. Roast beef, ambitious for a Thursday. Roast beef sounds nice. I can't have it, but it still sounds nice. Highly unfair. Oh, I love this track. Wow, all the zoom there. Much as our care package, wow, would be lovely. I couldn't have it, Superfast Feg, unfortunately. Which is a shame, but them's the ways. Right. Where are we? We're getting there. We've got almost the first floor of this tree in place. I can have a pear package. True. And Kel will take my share. That works. I'll have a package of pears. I'm not normally a fan of pears. I prefer apples. Nice red delicious apple. Oh look, it's raining again. Where the heck is my black stone supply? I know I had it. Ah, there it is. Here somewhere. Ooh, spare basalt. That means I can move at least one of these stacks of spare basalt into there as well. Wherever I remember where it is. There it is. Granny Smiths. Let's go with 8 of those. Because this is right next to the main gatehouse, so it feels like this would probably have been decorated a bit more than the other the other stables, because this is the rapid reaction force stables, and thus the one where you want to make it look... Well, it's also the stables that's right next to where you arrive. Live right in the middle of fruit orchards. Fruits can be arranged. Nice. And I keep suffering from an off by 1 on my placement today. That's not helpful. I keep hearing a pillager and thinking that I'm being attacked by pillagers. I'm so not used to pillagers being in the background anymore. Take a week and a half off and you get confused by pillagers. Yeah, right. Stairs. My arch nemesis. Stairs. Nope, still not got enough. Alright, fine. 8 of those. Let's go with the polished blackstone bricks. Then we need to start thinking about what we're going to do with the lower levels of this. I feel like it might be easier just to jump from pillar to pillar, which will probably involve me falling off of them a few times. So let's see. That nearly was a fall immediately. He falls through the air with the greatest of ease and crashes down when he falls off the things. There we are. Doo-doo. Right. That works. Right. And then... Ooh, nearly didn't make that jump. Fresh fruit is always welcome. That one might need to be changed. I think we will go with dark oak? Dark oak. Dark oak feels like it's the right thing, but let's go with stripped dark oak. You're waiting for mango season to come back. Ooh. Now that feels like a season. It is the season of the mango. I was about to say, is it ill mango? Right. There. Here. Another one. A bit there. Some of this. What about ill mango? Well, if it's... does that make it... are we waiting for ill mango season? Ooh, that's starting to look right. Do, do. Da, 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 da. Right. The other reason for having a access corridor down the back of here. Danish Viking, welcome in! Haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 12, 14, 16, 20. I can count. Now can I count the correct number here? Let's see. Should we go for the polished? Yeah, polished feels good here. Lish the polish. Ooh. What did I have to do the thingamajigs all the way down to the doohickory? Oh no, I didn't, because I went with a different route there. Yep, that's fine. Okay. What are you working with, Blast? You're alive. Does that count as well? I count that as a good start. I count that as a thoroughly good start. What piece of software from the 90s is that slow? Other than all of them. Oh hey, I managed to count the correct number here. Way! I've succeeded. I've succeeded. I've succeeded. I've succeeded. Hallelujah. Can't count on these, but hey, that's nothing new. It's because I didn't count these, he says. Ooh, that should probably be dirtied up a bit more. I need to figure out what we're going to do here, because that feels like it's going to be a problem. Unless we just do that. And then you come out and down and round. Yep, that'll do. Devilish program, computational program called Gaussian. The most recent update is from 2016. Operations code isn't much... okay. I can guess what some of that code is like. And most of me is sitting in the corner going, don't think about what the code is like. What masterpiece? At the moment, we are working on, if I swap to this, a gatehouse and stables for ravagers, which is part of Castle Gordonstein, which is our pillager. I was going to say pillager outpost, but I think it's more pillager citadel. Let's go with citadel. It's in Fortran. Ow. Yeah, this is our pillager citadel, and it's slowly getting bigger. Oh, I'm the king of the squirrels, oh, the jungle VIP. The squirrels hurt, and yeah, whatever. No. That one. This one's going to be weird, but we'll sort that out. I need some more. S'mores. Ooh, s'mores. I need s'mores. Now I'm hungry. No. I know I saw... There it is. Granite. Alright, if we get... That's not what I wanted to place there. So if we're going to have a solid wall at the back here, then we only need to go that far back. That's good. You. This is where it's going to be interesting. Let's see. No. I've got to be careful with this because that puts you at that height. Hey, Mad, welcome in. I think I need to make these solid blocks. Thank you very much. I very, very much appreciate the compliment. The builds are as always, a massive amount of time, effort, thinking, and input from quite a lot of chat. Mostly yelling at me for doing stupid things, like forgetting where my granite is. And we have a Murkrow in chat, for those attempting to catch things. So let's put 2 of those. No, not you. Chat are both amazingly helpful and incredibly gremlin. They both keep me in ideas, and they keep me in scope creep. So I'm not quite sure which I want. Sometimes I announce Pokemon and they think I'm welcoming people. I mean, I'm welcoming Pokemon. I'm an equal opportunities welcomer. I welcome the Pokemon. Always welcome your Pokemon. All hail the Pokemon. Oh, no, too far. Are you two still pout? Yeah, they're still pouting. Right, now I need to think about this wall. This wall is the one that I need to make sure I get right. Part of me says we start off there. And... ooh, good catch. Lots of people caught that one. And Frauke with more of the gifts. Superfast Feg got an Ultra Ball, and TV Tico got a Frozen Ball. Nice. Still working on trying to get the motivation to work on the build that you were doing last time you were here. Don't push yourself. I've just spent a week and a half on a completely different server as a way of keeping my brain going. And Ritsu with a Night Ball for Frauke and a Cherish Ball for Blast. Nice. So many good gifts going out here. Ah, that's why that felt wrong. Yeah, let's go with that. As I say, I consider myself to be incredibly lucky to have the people in chat that I do have, even if they are A, gremlins, and B, resulting in me having a nervous breakdown occasionally due to the serious scope creep that goes on. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Do, do. What are the odds that I have got nowhere near? Is that an off by 1 error? That feels like an off by 1 error. That really does. 200 plus... 200, oh, 200 by 200 by... yes. 200 plus by 200 plus by far too many is a tall order and likely to be one of those projects will last us. Yeah. Those happen. This area started over... I think we're up to 12 months now. If not, we're very close to it. And it just keeps on getting more and more ridiculous. And occasionally just branching off into, yeah, we'll spend a week and a half to 3 weeks building something as simple as a pillager outpost. Simple. Late October, early November. That was for streaming of it, Raven. 26th of October. If I take into account the amount of prep work that I did, where I built every single one of the towers and did a load of landscaping beforehand, I am in dire trouble. I think my decorations would give me a nervous breakdown since they're always trying to end me. That's only because some of my decorations are hugs and cuddles. Let's check on hugs. We have a problem. Uh-oh. We appear to be... What? Hugs? How did you get up here? We're suffering from free hugs again. How? How do you keep escaping? How much destruction have you wrought on my trees? Okay, this lot's been destroyed again. I really wish I could work out where free hugs is happening. You are a menace. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to move hugs again. Is it me or does this? Cuddles? Cuddles is in containment. Cuddles is currently in the Ravager recruitment tunnel. If I remember rightly. Yep, there's Cuddles. Hello, Cuddles. Cuddles is happily hanging out in a minecart, ready for delivery to somewhere. But apparently we have free hugs again. Do I need to... I'm going to have to... Oh dear. Right. This is going to be one of those moments. Ravager in a minecart. Yep, there's about to be another Ravager in a minecart. Let me... Where's my equipment box? It's time to go and rescue Cuddles. Sorry, Hugs. No, I'm going the wrong way. Hugs is this direction. Time to be chased. I'm going to have to go and close in that entrance properly. I think you're absolutely right there, Raven. Right. And away we go. Hugs. 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 Whoop. Hugs is on the way. Come on, Hugs. Blimey, you're in a... Are you in a hurry? Yep, you're in a hurry. This is about to be painful. Run! Come on, Hugs. You know you want to come this way. Where's my... There. Come on, Hugs. Come on. Just keep swimming. Run! Flee with extra flee! Yikes! Uh-oh. Hi, Hugs. Nope, nope. Ah! That got too close for words. Hi, Hugs. I forgot I'd taken off my elytra. And I couldn't get under the block. Oh, dear. Right. You, Hugs, can stay there. Hugs looks angry. Hugs missed the ability to chew me out. Hugs likes chewing me out. Hugs, you're going to stay there and take a bath for a while. Cuddles is in the only section of tunnel that is currently rigged for pausing and holding a ravager in, so I need to just leave you there. You're named, you're not going to despawn, you're not going to escape, you're perfectly safe. I'm going to leave you there for a while. Thank you. Right. That keeps Hugs safe and out of the way for a while. Phew. That felt like it was a little bit too close for words. Says me. Look, I might be terrible at this. And Hugs did do exactly what was requested. They fell into this ominous pit. And they jumped in very quickly. So much so that I wasn't ready for them. I need to work out how to redesign the Hugs and Cuddles cave. That sounded almost worse than I meant it to. Almost. A cave of Hugs and Cuddles. Who knew Hugs would cause so much trouble? You know, Glam Pixie, I am so not sure that these Ravagers are worth it. Ravagers are apparently incredibly dangerous. Do you lot really want me to allow you to recruit them? I mean, all they do is bring chaos and mayhem. There's no reason for me to let you have... I just don't need them. They're not necessary. They're so not necessary. Oh, all the yeses begin. They are necessary. Oh, so much chaos. All photos exported. Well done, Blast, and thank you for joining us, and have a good night. My son and his mate are asking whether it's possible to see Cuddles in the cart. Absolutely. You want to see Cuddles in the cart? Let's go and visit Cuddles. Right. Occasionally I prove that I can fly properly. Here we enter through the hidden secret tunnel in the wardrobe. Down the tunnel. Past the death pit. I can hear Hugs already. Hey, Hugs. Hello. Hi. Hi, Hugs. Hi. And now let's go and visit Cuddles. This doesn't look like Narnia. No, it looks way less safe. So all of this is an automated recruitment system with the ability to recruit Ravagers. Hello, Cuddles. Cuddles. Hi. Hi, Cuddles. Cuddles? Are you... I think Cuddles is pouting. I don't think Cuddles wants to say hi. Cuddles? Hi? I fear if I get any closer, I'm going to get booped by Cuddles. Cuddles? Are you okay? Cuddles, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Cuddles? I think this is about as close to Cuddles as I can get. Oh, getting It may sound weird, but getting Ravagers into minecarts is actually fairly easy. Once you've worked it out 3 dozen times. It only took me 3 days. So what we have... I'll explain this one a little bit better. What we have is this water channel, which is pushing our Ravagers right up against this glass here. And for those collecting Pokemon, we have a Crustle. Looks more like the Shanghai tunnels. Absolutely, this is where you get the King's Shilling put into your pocket while you're drunk. So the water keeps the Ravager pressed up against this glass. If I run a minecart along this track, it immediately picks up any Ravager pressed against the glass. And then we just keep them in sections of this tunnel for future use. Future recruitment, future naming purposes. Hello. Hi. Aren't you adorable? It reminds me. I'm not sure you're supposed to actually consider hugs as adorable, but... why not? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. A couple of times I've run this with it actually set to collect everything that gets murdered. Have been fairly good. Most of those who went in the tunnels never got the shilling. No. The Shanghai bosses are the ones who kept the shilling and just put you on the boat. Whoop, no. Let's get up and out the cupboard. Out the wardrobe. But, yeah, all of this is basically an off-the-shelf raid farm. There's a villager up here, along with a bed, and everything in the raid is attracted to the villager, falls in the pit, and I can catch the Ravagers and kill everything else off. And that's how it works. It's very similar to our other raid farm over here, which is where we find... Oops. Ooh, apparently we're about to need a nap. But here we find Nick Furious, who looks after our actual raid farm. And that raid farm automatically murders all of the Ravagers and then brings everything down to 1 heart so that I can just kill it. As opposed to murdering everything except the Ravagers. If in doubt, have multiple raid farms. The Temple of Yarg-Scrim. Yes. Okay, I need more dark oak fences. Oh, I've got some. Oh, I've got sticks. Why am I about to make sticks when I've got sticks in my inventory? Oh, Viking hasn't seen the Temple of Irony. Oh dear. Temple of Irony. Excuse me while I open my folder of locations. World locations. /TP. Temple of Irony. Temple of Irony. There we are. Oh, goodness. Minus 512. Haven't been around since I did the tentacles. Ah! You've missed things since the caldera. Okay. So, Temple of Irony, we should be right on top of. I have an entire folder nowadays with all of my notes in it. There it is. This is the Temple of Irony. Looks reasonably innocent, doesn't it? You know, we've got the Permanati here, every different type of cat. All here casting judgment. and a donkey for some reason. But immediately below here, we have the actual Temple of Irony. A small iron farm. 12 villager breeders? No, 12 villager pods, all being tormented by a Gordon. In this instance, Gordon. So that they create iron golems, which fall down into the pit, and then get ejected up into... or the iron from them gets ejected up to the surface and collected. This is what happens when I decide I need an iron farm. And all of this is just a little bit south of the caldera. Since you were saying I was nearly done with the tentacles, you probably haven't seen the completed caldera itself. Oh, this is what happens. I overdo things. This is entirely normal, Viking. I don't aim for simple. Where's the caldera? That's Gordon Citadel. That's Iron Farm, Mine Town. There we are, caldera. I aim for simple and miss by a mile. Yeah, that's the one. Minus 656. So, you said that you saw the tentacles that I was working on. This is the completed caldera. I'm waiting for the bits in the background to load because all of this is custom terrain. Here we have the caldera, complete with the mimic tower, attempting to murder us all. "32 villager pods and looked horrendous." This one only holds... my iron farm only holds 12. And... still looks a little bit bad. It needs finishing off. But yes. We have our own little lush cave. Complete with quite a few little water kittens. There's some up here. Little family there. That's the last tower you saw me working on. Right. So it was fairly close to the end of the build of the caldera then. There may have been a little bit of an addition that snuck in afterwards of a little chessboard. And by a little chessboard, I mean, well, yes. For those days when you need to play chess in Minecraft. The white ones are the pawns, the red one's the queen, because of course you've got to have the red queen, the black bishop. We've got different viewing platforms around the edge. Is it the king in yellow? Yes, it is the king in yellow. Red queen, king in yellow. One side is llamas, one side is sheep. And all of this is buried, hidden underneath the caldera. There's actually a tunnel that leads in from one of the waterfalls in the caldera. Like so. And the other temple farm. Ah, yes. The Temple of Petra. we have a small cave here, leading to a Petra-inspired temple. With a statue where if you rub its belly, it triggers the temple farm, which is a nether stem farm. And everything goes eh-oh and kaboom. And then gets collected over here at our altar. So yes, this is the Temple of Boom, or the Temple of Petra. I prefer Temple of Petra, but yeah. And this is what happens when I have large amounts of space underneath a completely built-up fake mountain. I just use it for things like that, or for the chessboard. Yep, this is exactly what my definition of mad is. And of course, I think you would have seen below here where we have the original source of the tentacles. The great and powerful geode that is taking over the world. Oh, the moss farm in the catacombs. Yes, I forgot about that. Where's the moss farm? Here lies the House of Moss. Nice little catacombs, you know, couple of small areas. There may have been a few little additional skulls added in, but if you go through one of these broken walls, you find yourself in my moss farm. Just a basic moss farm. Currently switched off, but it does collect all down into here, which, if I remember rightly, just a few stacks of moss. And do we have a few stacks of bone meal? Yeah, a few stacks of bone meal. And that keeps me in moss. More water kittens. I may have a small tendency to overdo things. I'm tempted to say, should we visit... Oh, we can't. How do I not have a noted waypoint for the Frozen Archive? Well, that's a problem. Future build idea. Iron Mountain. No. Ancient City. No. Jurassic World. Ancient City. Oh, hold on. Iron Mountain. Frozen Storage. There we are. That's actually been renamed as the Frozen Archive. So that's minus 3825. I think we need to go to about 200 to avoid the top of this one. And minus 5445. This should take us to the Frozen Archives. This is why I have a folder of notebooks. Ah, yes. Here we are. The Frozen Archives. Still at the planning stage. But this is going to be my quote library, where we take the quotes that end up in chat and actually physically store them. And for those with PCG, we have a B-drill, which is available. But yeah. So eventually this is going to be full of my librarians and what are we up to? 268, 280 odd quotes. It's going to get larger over time, unfortunately, because apparently I keep saying stupid things. But this is just at the initial planning phase. Oh. 290. Whoops. But it's the fact that this is my definition of planning. I worry that my definition of planning is probably larger than what most people would consider to be a sensible build. Right, now we've seen inside my head, let's try and remember what I was doing before I enjoyed showing off. Gotta enjoy showing off. There's no point in doing this if you don't show off. Right, I had some... Oh, that's never enough iron bars. And that's copper. There we are, blocks of iron. And I've got a Poker Daily Reset from Frauke, and a Phantom Ball has gone to True Purple. Thank you very much. Can you order a free spaceship? You need to locate where the heck your brain just went off to. It'll turn up. It'll turn off. Turn up? Turn up. Obviously. By the time the archive is built, the quote count will be over 1,000. No, it won't. The archive is very much on my list of I will get to it soon, TM. Please look forward to it. Wrong world for that. Do I have spaceships? I don't have a world where I've built a spaceship. Oh, Manufactio. I did have a spaceship, yes. That was only a 250 block long spaceship. Was it 250? Hello. I can't remember how big the spaceship in Manufactio was. Something like that. Yeah, okay. Not sure I like that. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Right, what I'm thinking is I'll use more of the dark oak fences that I don't have along the bottom, and then we'll put in some of the iron bars above the top of them. That might make more sense. I was going to make some dark oak fences. There they are. I keep forgetting about the Manufactio world. You'd think I'd remember something like that. See, yeah, the spaceship, that's the right world. Afraid it will get... it is... Raven is right, though. It's in a completely different Minecraft world. In a world where Scotsman has lost his marbles and carried on building insane things, but this time in space. Nope. Wrong height. Okay, back here. Actually, that probably means that block is unneeded. Hey, oldie. welcome in. Happy Thursday. Can I have that block back? Can... Nope. Please, sir, can I have that? There it is. Got it. Technically, it was a space station according to the mod. True, true. I mean, we're more by way of ships. We're more likely to see me building a giant ocean-going container ship next, and by giant I mean small. Honest gov. I only want to build a build one that's the equivalent of a what's the word I'm looking for? A rig supply ship. But that's in a different world as well. In a world where Scotsman actually hasn't lost his marbles. No, wait, that doesn't exist. Right. I need 2 more gates? Yes. There were also airships in the manufacture world. Oh yes, the bloody Raven. What was the power one called? That's not a. Sorry, Raven. I mean, you're the one who assisted me in making these things that were completely insane. And thank you for the streak, Oldie. You know, I'm not really liking the iron bars all over the place. Must be the world I haven't gotten to yet. The one with the airships was a previous world that Raven streamed from, and I joined him on. I'm not liking the iron. I think it looks silly. I think if I'm going to do anything, it's just add more of the dark oak. Technically, your Streamworld, yeah. Yeah, it was the world that Raven streamed from, and I joined him occasionally on. You can type, you can swear, you can wonder where we are, or how we got there. Oh, there isn't a world in which I haven't got mad. I'm fairly sure that all worlds lead to me going mad. Can I... Please, sir, can I have my iron bars back, please? Thank you. Even in the worlds in which I'm reasonably close to starting sane, don't exist. There's no such thing as a world in which I'm not mad. Contrary to perfidness. I do believe it. I believe you're right there, lady. I believe you are very right there. Unfortunately. Oh, that actually, I think the true originator of the madness builds was a creative world that I started and built a 100 chunk by 100 chunk city in. No, that was just me being crazy, lady. That's better. That I like more. 100 chink. True. It was after that. I can't believe people got mad at me for digging out an entire city by hand with stone picks. Mention of madness. One of the very first worlds. Ravenholm 6. Yep. That feels right. In which I finally joined Doom and Cuteness on a server while people streamed, and we all discovered that my definition of a small build makes most people's definitions of small builds look like they are. I've still not got enough. Dear. Oh, okay, apparently I'm all ready to sleep. Can't even remember if you streamed from there. I've lost track over whether or not anyone streamed from there. Oh yeah. 100 by 100 chunks. I did say, however, that one was a world in which I was building in creative. I wasn't completely insane. I wouldn't attempt that one in survival. Although I do wonder just how many chunks Castle Gordonstein is rapidly turning into at this rate. One of these days I should measure it. And here's me without a... Should you be worried that your world is now over 32 kilometers in diameter? Dang! Roughly the size of a full-size draconic evolution reactor explosion. Yeah, I can't measure the size of Castle Gordonstein. I don't have draconic reactors. Only I would consider the best way to measure a build with an explosion. You like to explore. I can understand that. This would also be why I like to trim the chunks of my world occasionally. Now the bricks, now the brick. I think that is necessary to give this a little bit more shape. And that will need fixing. Ooh. Are we coming up on quote 200 again? There's no way it's time for quote 200. I barely even started building. Oh, well, I've actually got cracked bricks. We barely spent any time with that impromptu roaming around the world. I reject your reality and substitute my own. However, I do like the look of that. That's starting to look really nice. Now the brick fence goes back in here. I don't think dark oak fences are what I want to use for the gates to the ravager pens. Where do I store my... over here. No, dark oak came out of the chests out here. Came out of that barrel, didn't it? DE is now available for 1.20.1 as of late August. So, Raven, what you're saying is I need to spin up an isolated copy of this world, add in DE, and explode a reactor in it. Yes. I believe the answer to that is no. Let's see. 6 of those should give me that. That should give me 12 gates. Holy heck, I can count. Oh, no. That's too far forwards. The gates are supposed to go back here because then we get that nice arch out of them. And we have a Gilby as a Pokemon in chat. He says, carefully phrasing it so that people don't get confused that he's saying people have arrived. There we are. Okay, that looks... I like the hint of red there. That's nice. But then on the other one, when we got into the higher levels of this build, where's my crimson wood chest? There it is. I don't have enough trapdoors. That's not fair. Let's go and get this, turn that into that. And turn this into those. 18 should be more than enough. I only want a couple. There's no way I can build up there. Hugs must have eaten them. Bad hugs. Bad hugs. And typically Landstrad is perfect with their timing. Hey, Land. Let me... Whoops. Hail Hydrate. The lack of stretch is... I'm feeling very beaten up, Landstrad. You've had a vaccine effects are pretty heavy on me today. And as a result, I've been finding that if I try and move around much, I wince a lot. And my body was just like, yeah, dude, you're not going to stretch today. So I didn't. Right. These go in here. I mean, vaccines are great. Vaccines are wonderful. Vaccines are what keep me alive. But they are... They do occasionally make you feel crappy. But it is for a good reason, as Lady says. Scott's is going ow, ow, ow instead of snap, crackle, and pop. Exactly. Do I have... Yes, I do have 64 dark oak trapdoors. Goodness, I must have made a few recently. At the moment, I know I'm focusing solely on the front of this building. The back will need to be made to look pretty as well. But that'll be a job for tomorrow at this rate. Oh yeah, that's better. How does this look? Ooh, I like that. You have an appointment for flu vaccine tomorrow. I hope it doesn't hit you too hard, True Purple. 'Tis the season for the vaccines. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Ow. Always remember to queue up for your stabbings. Oh, that's terrible. Feeling crummy over a weekend is just never fair. That, I really like the way that is coming together. I mean, we've got the upper floor to put on as well, and we've got all of this tower to put in. But this feels like a much... yes, that is definitely the case for okay. This is feeling like it is going to be a nice build. I mean, if you think about it, you come in through the gatehouse, which we haven't got the gatehouse yet, and you've got this off to your left, and as you arrive, the rapid ravager reaction force is just sitting here going grr, 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 grr. You see, that feels like the perfect situation. You arrive and you get things going grr at you. Hugs and Cuddles won't be in here. Hugs and Cuddles will be returned to their cave. Ah dear. The madness of having Hugs and Cuddles is... Oh, I want 5 of those so that I can turn them into that. Once the cave is secured. Yeah, I need to work out how Hugs keeps escaping. I swear Hugs is basically Houdini. Let's add these, because I think that'll help give this a bit more of a texture. I am only slightly jealous about that Elkhorn. Right. The moment you can redeem Ravagers, you're 100% naming your Snuggles. Oh dear. That's better. Oh no, it wasn't Snuggle. Professor Poopsnaggle and his amazing flying steam bus. Now that's that. I don't think anyone will remember that. But I was wondering whether or not Snuggles was something that... I mean, there is Mr. Something else, which was... There was a TV series, which was Professor Poopsnaggle and his amazing flying steam bus. Dave the Magical Cheese Wizard. It was an Australian kids' TV show, if I remember rightly. Which just goes to prove that my brain is just sitting here in the corner going, what did you watch when you were younger, dude? Right, I need to enact quote 200 and sit in a corner whilst we get Pretties mode. So let's have a look at what this looks like. Sounds weird enough to be Australian. Okay. Right. Camera count, go! Ooh, yes. Okay, that is going to look good. You're an odd bunch. I mean, you join us and hang out here, Kel. I'm fairly sure that's the definition of being odd. I'm left feeling like I didn't get as much built today as I usually attempt to. I know we spent a little bit of time relocating Hugs. But it feels like I didn't achieve as much as I wanted to. But then again, it's a stream. I'm pretty sure achieving as much as I wanted to is not normal. I also did a partial world tour. Point. I think that was about half an hour. I do, however, like the way this is coming together. How does it look at? Oh yeah, once we've got the tower at the front here, that is going to be a good focal point as you walk through between these two barracks blocks. Why do I have a feeling that Frauke is going to try and have this dedicated to the Knights of the Round Table as a wow, that's pretty. Okay, that just looks awesome when it's moody. I do love moody pretty mode. I mean, like that. It's just an awesome view. Ooh, we've got a tower up here. What's it? No, you can't see it from that tower. Dang it! So many of the sightlines are deliberately set up so that you can only see things from certain angles. That sightline works, though. Ooh. And we've got the kitchen off to the left there that's to be built soon, TM. Please look forward to it. Zombie Zoo. My goodness. Don't remember that one. Right. On that note, before I get way too distracted, fall down another rabbit hole, and end up trying to do more than planned, it is unfortunately time to declare quote 200 as accurate and to wrap up. I would love to say thank you. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. It has been amazing and great fun. I have absolutely loved having you all here, being as much of a gremlin tribe as always, and being awesome. I do see we have an Aldebar streaming already in the corner, so I am going to send us on a raid to the fantastic and amazing Aldi. I will be back again tomorrow, body willing, at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be back here, continuing on the giant stables, and hopefully setting everything up for people to be able to soon, TM, please look forward to it, be able to recruit a ravager. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, be good, be amazing, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.